All right, lighting's good. Lighting's good. Sounds good. All right, let's get it. What's good, everybody? Rhetorical question life. My name is Heavy Bree, and welcome to my channel. This is your 820th time on my channel. Welcome back. Before we get into it today, I want to start this off by saying a happy birthday to the late great Isaac Hayes. For those of you who don't know who Isaac Hayes is, he was an award-winning composer of some fire ass music. And for those of you who are younger who didn't know about that, he was also the voice of Chef in South Park. But look up his music though, man. He did the score to Shaft, which is this blaxploitation movie from the 1970s. Great movie. Go check it out. Check out his music. He's awesome. Anyway, today I want to talk to you guys about freedom, right? And what it takes to obtain true freedom in this world. Listen, all right. This life's not easy, okay, man? Life's not easy. You're going to have to go through some stuff and make some sacrifices in order to be free in this world, you know? Because like there's so many things out here that are keeping us from being free. There's so many things that keep us from being free. These traps that are set for us to keep us in this cycle, so that way certain people can stay in power and keep everybody else at the bottom. And like I don't have like a number of these things, but I know like the top 5 or 4 or 5, 6, whatever it is, of things that are keeping us like down to keep us from truly being free. So let's talk about when you're 18 years old, okay? What do they say when you're 18 years old? You're an adult. You turn 18, depending on where you live at. In America, I live in America, as you can tell by my accent and me speaking like American English. You can tell that American English. You could tell that, like, yeah, I live in America. So apparently, an adult, a legal adult who can vote and buy property and stuff like that, is 18 years old. It's legal age for being an adult. That's when you graduate high school. And then what do they tell you when you're young, when you're a kid, right? They tell you before you graduate, before you go off into the adult world. What do they tell you? They tell you you can do whatever, you can be whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. They tell you that, right? But then, let's say you've always loved race cars, okay? And you've always wanted to become a race car driver. I mean, you have no training. You have no training, no prior experience with doing race cars and everything. And you tell everybody that you want to be a race car driver. And they tell you, are you crazy, man? Are you mental? Why would you want to be a race car driver, man? We've never seen you, bro. You could barely drive. You be a race car driver? Come on, man. Come on, bro. Be realistic. Be realistic. Be realistic. That's what they say. So listen, what do? Do you listen to them and decide that what you were thinking of doing is BS? B, now screw that. I was gonna come up with some, like, all this is all freestyle top of my head. I'm just recording and riffing and everything. But the correct answer is do it anyway. Okay? Do it anyway. If you want to be a race car driver, go be a race car driver, okay? You're 18 years old, or whether you're 18, 23, 35, I don't care. Go be a race car driver, man. Because if that's what you really care about, that's what you really want to do, bro. Because the one thing that people do to keep you from your dreams and keep you from becoming the person that you were meant to be is they tell you to be realistic, okay? They tell you to don't set your goals or whatever it is too high, always have a backup plan, play it safe in life. Don't you want health insurance? Don't you want a job, 401k, retirement, social security? Bro, listen, man, this country is cooked. We are all cooked. So by the time we're eligible for social security, it's probably going to be 80 years old. And then retirement, yeah, you work a company to get 401k and all that and everything, but guess what? You still gotta get a second pension after that, because by the time you get to a certain age, you know, like the cost of living is going to keep going up. You're going to still be, so you're still going to be broke. You're still going to have like, you know, a lot of money you got to pay for bills and cost of living and all that stuff, man. So, I mean, don't let anybody scare you into saying, oh, I'm going to quit. And then also, bro, who are these people who are telling you not to go after your dreams? Huh? Think about that. Like, have they ever went after their dreams? And if they did they succeed? And if the answer is no, obviously, because, you know, like, they're working a 9-to-5 or they chose a safe career. So obviously they didn't go after what they really wanted to do when they were 10. You know what? You know what you call these people? These people who tell you to like forget your dreams and to like don't do this thing or try to keep you like, you know, from going after doing what you want to do. I call these people the cult of mediocrity. These are people who used to have dreams, but they gave up on it. And now when they see somebody somebody in their immediate circle or in their family or in their friend group or just anybody who associates in the same circles as them trying to do something amazing, they try to shut them down. You know, because like, listen, man, you're only limited by this thing right here, your mind. You're limited by this thing right here. This is the only thing that's limiting you. So when people are telling you to not go after your dreams, man, and they say that, oh, you're gonna like end up broke, or you're gonna end up like with no health insurance, or you're gonna end up making a fool out of yourself. Bro, look, they're scared. Okay? You should not be scared. They're scared. That's why they clock into a job that they hate. That's why they gave up on their dreams. That's why they're not happy, because they are scared. They let their fear of judgment and their fear of failure. Look, listen, you fail when you don't try. When you don't go after your dream, when you don't go after that thing that you want to do, that you really want to do, that's when you fail. That's the real failure. Giving up is the real failure, bro. Listen, man. You see this guy right here? Wait, hold on. Where's it at? See this guy right here? See him? Hold on. Okay, it's probably backwards and everything, but you know what? Listen. Yeah, that guy right there. You know, Colonel Sanders. He was 63 years old. Or he was in his 60s, man, when, you know, Kentucky Fried Chicken became a huge thing and everything, man. I mean, like, it's still debated on whether or not he made that chicken or if he stole it from somebody else. I don't know, man. Like, shoot, I wasn't there, so who knows, man? Like, I don't know. But, like, all I'm saying is, bro, is that it's never too late for you to go after your dreams. It's never too late for you to do that thing that you want to do. All my young people who are watching this, if you're young, if you are in your 20s, you are still young, bro. It's not too late, okay? What makes more sense, okay? What makes more sense? Okay, what makes more sense? You see something that you want to do. You go after it. You go hard. You dedicate your life. You cry for this thing. You bleed for this thing. Blood, sweat, and tears for this thing. For 10 years. 10 years of sheer focus. And I don't mean like, oh, well, like, I'm going to do this, but I'm also going to be like, trying to get my license for, no, screw that license, man. Look, bro, go after that. Go after your dream, bro. You want to be a pilot? Look, I know people who say they want to be pilots, but then they're like, oh, well, I can't go to, well, the school's expensive, and, all this other stuff. The school's expensive, and it takes a long time. And, bro, also takes a long time? Also takes a long time? Working 20 to 30 years at a company that you don't even like. Working somewhere that you hate. And just giving up, that takes a long time. Shoot, I mean, like, bro, this is your story, bro. And when you look back on it, you want to be proud of the book that you wrote. That is your life, the years you put in. Do you want to look back on it and be like, yeah, I did that? Or do you want to just look back and be like, bro, what did I do with my life, man? What did I do? Do you want to be like, I did that? Or do you want to be like, I did that? Like, same thing, different tones, man. Yeah, I did that. I did that? I did that. I did that? Come on, man. Listen, bro, what we doing over here? But yeah, like, the point I'm trying to get here, bro, is that No matter how hard or intimidating the journey is, no matter how bad you might, you know, no matter how hard it looks, no matter how long the journey is, no matter how afraid you are of being scrutinized and people be like, look, see, I told you it wouldn't work out. No matter what goes on, bro, no matter what you want to do, bro, go out, do it anyway. Just do it anyway. That's what I'm trying to say. You know, because the only time that you fail is when you haven't tried at all. Okay? So, you got something that you want to do, bro? Get out there and do it anyway. Peace and blessings, and have a prosperous day.